Hey there, I'm Brian Goulet of the Goulet Pen Company, and as we're approaching up on graduation season here, I thought I would share with you what my top 5 favorite fountain pens are to give as a graduation gift. Now, in no particular order, I selected the Lamy Studio, any Edison pen, the Lamy 2000, the Monteverde Invention Deluxe, and the Platinum 3776 Century. If you got a couple minutes to stick around, I would love to share with you why I picked these ones as my favorites. The Lamy Studio is a great option, more in the affordable range. It's got the same guts as the Safari and the All-Star, which are incredibly popular pens, but the Studio kind of slips under most people's radar. It's a pen that presents really nicely. It's got some really nice finishes, a couple nice colors, and it's a great pen whether somebody is really into fountain pens and has a lot of them, or as someone's first pen. It's got a lot of different nib size options available. However, I would recommend a fine nib if you're giving it to someone that doesn't know a lot about fountain pens. And it takes a cartridge or a converter, so it's very convenient whether you prefer to use cartridges or bottled fountain pen ink. Edison pens are made right in America, in Milan, Ohio. Brian and Andrea Gray started the company. They've got a very similar backstory to Goulet pens here, so I've got a pretty close working relationship with them. I do have a direct affiliation with them because we've actually helped to develop several of their products, and so perhaps I'm a little biased, but because I have insight into how their company works, I can really stand behind the way that they make their products and the way they do things. They back them up 100%, and they're nice pens. They've got a solid reputation on the Fountain Pen Network and other places. They've done the pen show circuit for years, so they are very legit with some of the most hardcore of fountain pen enthusiasts. Their pens used to only be available in a custom line, which you can still get, but that comes in at around $250 and up. But they recently, in the last couple of years, have started developing some production line pens. So they've got some predetermined models and colors that you can get for around $150, which makes it a much more accessible gift item for your graduate. So the Lamy 2000, this one I took a little bit of a gamble, a little bit of a risk putting this one on my list. I got a little flack from some people on my team here for making this a recommended gift pen, but I still stand behind it. And the only reason I do is because I have a little disclaimer to say this is probably not a pen for someone who's brand new to the fountain pen hobby. This is a pen for somebody who's already kind of a rooted enthusiast and has a decent collection already. Chances are, if they're into pens, they know about the Lamy 2000, they've got it on their wish list, they've always been curious about it, or maybe have tried one and really want it, but they just haven't pulled the trigger yet. That's who this pen is for that person. Some great things that the Lamy 2000 has going for it. It's got a snap cap, so it's super convenient to cap and uncap if you're using it kind of quick and on the draw. It's got a hooded nib, which keeps the nib wet, so that if you have it uncapped, you can sit with the pen out for a little bit and write and not have to be capping it all the time. Also allows you to grip your fingers a little bit closer to the tip of the nib without getting your fingers all inky. It's a very durable pen, holds up well. I take mine with me pretty much everywhere that I go. And it's got a piston filling mechanism that holds a lot of ink, so you won't be inking it up as much as you would with some other pens. The Monteverde Invention Deluxe. Now, I chose the Invention Deluxe because it's really an impressive looking pen. It performs pretty well, but it's not the most outstanding writer of the bunch that I've selected here. But it just looks really nice. That carbon fiber on the body and the cap really looks classy. I mean, there's other versions of the Invention that you can get. So if you're strictly trying to get an Invention for the size and the writing and stuff like that, you can get that in the Invention Color Fusion or in the regular Invention, but the Deluxe is the one that's all tricked out with carbon fiber. It's got some cool trim options like the rose gold, and it's just a really impressive looking pen. It's got a decent selection of nib sizes, including a 1.1 millimeter stub, and it is a kind of pen that if you want to whip it out in a meeting at a brand new job that you just happen to land, it's really going to make a statement about what kind of pen you like to use. The Platinum 3776 is a pen that slips under most people's radar. I don't know exactly why, but it just doesn't get talked about as much as I feel it probably should. Probably what this pen has going for it the most is its classic design. It fits into more formal business settings as well into more casual environments. It's a solid writer, performs really well, and the Japanese nibs on these get really quite fine. So if you get into a fine or extra fine, it's going to get you a really, really fine line, which some people really like. One of the coolest things that Platinum has developed into this pen is their slip and seal technology in the cap. So it's a special mechanism that seals up the nib, and they say that it keeps it from drying out for up to 2 years, which makes it extremely functional. And I want to give an honorable mention here to the Pilot Vanishing Point. This is another pen like the Lamy 2000 that probably is not great for someone that is just getting into fountain pens. But chances are, if anybody's really into the fountain pen thing, they know about the Vanishing Point and they want one, or they have one and they want another one, because it's just that type of pen. It's extremely practical, one of the few click fountain pens that are out there, solid writer, and it's really, really cool if you know that you like this pen. So those are my choices. I will say it was really hard to narrow them all down, and you may have some other opinions, so feel free to leave a comment on YouTube or on Ink Nouveau. I would love to hear what you think are some great pens to give as gifts. The last thing I want to say is that if you're unsure and you know you want to give a pen but you're not sure if it's going to be the right one, there's always the option for the good old gift certificate. If you've got a fountain pen enthusiast graduate who knows exactly what they want but you don't have a clue, a gift certificate will always be a welcome option. Hope you enjoyed this video here today and that you got some good tips. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. Thanks so much for watching, and right on.